This is quick tip number 3, and today we are going green. We've got a big announcement at the end, so stick around. Now, I'm really excited about today's video. I love the planet. I think we all do, right? We live here, we love it. And I love decluttering. I think we all do. That's why you're here watching it. And this pairs our two favorite things together, right? Being responsible for the earth and getting rid of stuff. And if those two can go hand in hand, ooh, we just feel so good about it, right? Don't you? I love recycling. Is there anybody else who feels the same way? It's just so fun to fill up the recycling can and watch it be taken away. I get giddy. I seriously get giddy when I have a really full recycling bin and the recycling man comes and empties it for me. Oh, I just feel like I've accomplished something. So today we're going to talk about some of those things that we might not think of as recyclable, that we can put into our recycling bin, guilt-free, and just go, let it go. And I'm not just talking about stuff like magazines. Those ones are like, oh yeah, I always knew that. And when I say recyclable, you should probably check with your own county, state, whatevers. I know that some places can recycle a lot more than other things. I've got a sister in Indiana. They take every number plastic. I'm so jealous. Here are some things you might not have thought of as recyclable, but when you come across them and you're hemming and hawing about whether or not you should declutter it, feel like you're saving the planet and your sanity. Puzzles. Puzzles are recyclable. Don't feel guilty, especially when you're like, oh, those pieces are broken or I just don't want to pick it up again. Recycle it. Cards. Whether they are cards without envelopes or envelopes without cards, or maybe they're just hideous and you would never want to send them. Recycle them. Don't feel guilty. Don't try to find somebody to send it to. Just recycle it and go, these will be made into new cards that somebody would really like to get. Coloring books. Sometimes we have a lot of coloring books, too many coloring books. They are recyclable. They can be made into new creations. Children's artwork. Say thank you so much, adore it, love it, and then recycle it. It can be made into new artwork someday. Think about the pages that you're giving some other child to write on in the future because you are recycling that project right there. Metal jewelry. Why not? Metal bobby pins. They're recyclable. Office supplies. Is this thing recyclable? It should be. It's gone. Glassware. You know, sometimes when a glass breaks in my house, my first thought is usually, is everybody okay? Don't step there. But my second thought is, it's okay. It's recyclable. This was from a candle, a homemade candle. Do people ever finish candles? I pulled this one out. I'm recycling this part. Hardware stuff, metal things, nuts, bolts, nails, those IKEA wrench things. Recycle them. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like you have to hold on to them just in case. That's what your Home Depot and Lowe's are for. That's what Amazon is for. You can recycle these things in the meantime and help the metal recycling industry. Gift bags. Too many of them? Recycle them. Calendar refill pages. Recycle them. Parts of books. When the pages fall out, sometimes I just recycle them. Or the whole book. If it's not being used and it's not in very good condition, recycle it. Make new books. Save your time. Save the planet. Did you know you can even recycle some electronics? I have taken things to Best Buy that I thought, this will take a while. I'll have to take it apart or I'll have to find a place. We took 2 computer towers, we took a speaker from a computer, we took a watch, drones, things like that. Basically anything that takes batteries, you can look on their website, but they will recycle a whole lot of stuff like that. It's such a blessing. I love it. Now I do have to throw in a word of caution. Do all mine come with cautions these days? Probably. Sometimes I love recycling so much I go a little bit overboard. I may or may not have recycled my child's theory book, her piano theory book. Now the thing about theory books, if you have pianists at home, is they write in it, right? You can't save that for the next child. They're gonna have to get another one anyway. And so when it's done, I recycle it. I may have thought it was done before it really was. I don't have recollection of doing it, but we can't find that theory book. And the piano teacher did tell me she was really close to being done. So just be aware of that when you go a little recycle happy, that sometimes you can make a mistake. I have done a little bit of thinking as to why I feel so excited when I am getting rid of something in the recycling. And one of the reasons I think is I read Gretchen Rubin's book about habits. I'll put the real title in the description below. But she talks about some people are starters and some people are finishers. And I think I'm a finisher. Not that I go around finishing loads of projects, but I love the feeling of something being finished. I love it when the shampoo bottle runs out and I can recycle that bottle. I love it when I am done with something, like I finished a magazine and I can recycle it. I love that feeling of finishing something more than I love the feeling of starting something. I don't really like starting projects. It's really like nerve-wracking, and I don't know. But I know some people love to start. They just have so many things started. And that's great. Neither is right or wrong. Read her book. It's a great one about how you can incorporate the personality, the traits that you already have into helping you form better habits. But just a caution to all of you finishers out there like me, don't feel like you have to finish every project you start. It's okay to just get rid of it. Or that you have to finish reading that magazine before you get rid of it. Just get rid of it. It can kind of keep us back from getting rid of things because we think we have to finish it all the way, when really that's not the case. It's gonna be okay. You can recycle it. And now it's time for that big announcement I promised. There's good news and there's bad news. Which one do you want first? All right, the bad news is this is my last decluttering video. I have enjoyed doing this so much, and all of you are just so near and dear to me. You're like the best friends I've ever met. Thank you so much for watching all of my videos, and because you are so nice and so wonderful to have subscribed to my channel, you are the first to hear this good news, and will be the first to be in on it. I am starting a new YouTube channel. This is something that has not been done at all ever before that I can see online, right? I've looked and I am so excited. This is something that I think is a little bit bigger on my passion scale than decluttering. Decluttering is really up there. I love decluttering, but there's so many other people doing it, and so many people doing it better and funner and cooler and faster than I can. Sometimes documenting this has actually slowed me down, let's be honest. But this new channel of mine is something that I'm really excited about doing. And you, all of you, are going to be the first to hear about it. When I have my first videos up, I am going to let you know before anyone else, even my family. So I think I'll either just put it in like my story so you can see it as it comes up. It's like a link, or maybe I'll make another video about the video. I don't know. Let me know in the description below how you want to hear about my next video. But I am really excited. I have learned so much by making these videos. It is not as easy as some people make it seem. Let's just say there's a lot that goes into it. And so my next YouTube channel is going to be even better because of this experience, and I have a lot of freedom to do all these other things because I have been taking people's suggestions and minimizing my laundry and minimizing the stuff that I have in my house. This is going to be an ongoing stuff that will help me to live my dreams, right? We minimize and we get rid of stuff, not just for the fun of it, because if that was the case, then we should just throw everything out of our house. And honestly, if I focused on it, it would probably end up there. But we minimize so that we can do what we really want to do. And this is something that I really want to do, at least for a time, right? Everyone needs a hobby, and I think this is going to be a great one. So I can't give too much away. Can I? Can I tell them a lot? If you don't like my new YouTube channel, I will not be offended. Not at all. Don't feel like you have to like and subscribe it just because. It's going to be under a different name. That way I can have a little bit more anonymity, and also that way if people search for decluttering videos, they won't be confused as to what is going on with my channel versus this other thing, because it's not related at all. But it is something that lots of people, I think, can relate to. So anyway, if you don't really love it and it's not for you, that's okay. All I ask is that you watch it and send it on to somebody who you go, I think they would really like this. And I can recommend Stephanie as a person that is fun to watch. And if you have any suggestions for me in my new video series, like, hey, Stephanie, have you considered doing something different with your hair? Maybe get a makeup artist. Who's your editor? Maybe I could give you some hints. I'm always open to some suggestions to make my YouTube channel even better. It will have a snazzy logo thanks to my sister Jan. Thanks, Jan. So stay tuned, because the next you'll hear from me will be in my new YouTube channel, and I am so excited. Did I mention I'm so excited? I'm so excited. In the meantime, keep decluttering. It's so fun, and you guys really are the best.